It sounds like the gear ratchet when you're pulling up like a guillotine. It's like, I'm not going to drop it yet. Then it kills you. Audio God. Audio-GD yet again. Now, this is just a headphone amp. This whole thing. And we're going to look at it. Right now. Look at now. I mean, I'm sort of busy in the middle of something here. But, we'll have to look at it. All right. It's heavy. The front looks like so. 1/4 inch output, locking, because that's totally needed. So when you stand up and walk away from your desk like a retard with your headphones on, you definitely want this locked so that it breaks your headphones or yanks this off the table. It's got to be one of those. It's definitely got to do that. The second thing you're looking at here is the owl. Did Chewbacca, did you sneeze on this? It's like a snotty thing. 4-pin XLR, again, locking for no reason. Chinese just fucking need you to be locked. It's gotta be locked. Power button, which is analog, which is important since we're going to talk about the remote and how you can't control the power on and off of this with the remote because it's analog. Output to select either headphone out or it has pre-outs. Gain for high and low, only 2 gain settings, and input. We'll get to why that's interesting. And then you get the rotary encoder volume knob, which has tons of fingerprints on it because that's what you do with the volume knob. Then you look at the back of this extremely long unit, and boom! Now you shit your pants. It's just an amplifier / preamp. There's no DAC here. And as an OCD mother effer, this symmetry is just nipples. Power plug here, dead center. I would open this up and I would just start touching everything and spitting into it. But there's this little tag here that says that you're not allowed to. It was void the warranty, and I want to get it back to its owner, Serial, before he can rip that off and screw with it, because it's actually not that expensive. You can look at this and you go, okay, Audio God is the cheap hi-fi, and this thing is. I've seen better cases, but this is pretty nice as far as like. I wish it was built like this, so it could like fit on your desk, and then you could have an interface to it. But nay, we're going long ways. We're doing it stacks bro. Power input. Then you have 5 inputs and I don't even know how many, 3 outputs. Yeah. All right, let's go over this. There's input 1 are these 2 XLRs. Then we scroll down to these 2 RCAs, which they're far apart, so if you have a setup like I do with the wires, you've got to literally stretch them apart a little bit to get them to go in. Input 3 is a micro XLR, like you plug into like certain headphones, and I've never seen a source that would have that, but what the fuck, let's throw them on anyway. Input 4, which is what I'm using during this testing, is just the closer set of RCAs. And then input 5 goes back up to more XLRs. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. It's got to do circles. Circles. Now, outputs. Left and right RCA outputs, and these are all controlled via the preamp. And does the preamp run when you plug in a head? No, you switch between it. Okay, my bad. But yeah, so you get RCA, you get XLR, and again you get micro XLR. And these will all switch. They're not a matrix. You can't like send one to one. It's you pick your input of the 5, and you pick your outputs all work at the same time, and then you're cha-cha-ing. It should just say proudly designed and made in China, because that's what Audio God is. Audio God is a Chinese audiophile company. It's not like based in San Francisco and they manufacture in China. It's Chinese. The owners are Chinese. They love their country and they love building there and they have pictures of them working on it. China's got a big market for audiophile foolery. However, the work and effort that's inside this, and I wish to God I could open it up, but I can't open it up, so I have to look at a picture of it now. Here, ooh, let's scroll. Oh, there's a big transformer somewhere and some caps, more caps, and then there's that whole array of bullshit. I don't even know what it is. Go to the website, I link in the description. You can just open this picture, and then there's all these little either copper or silver cables. They look copperish in color, all connecting, and everything's bundled nice. There's a lot of work that goes into building this. Like when I opened up the Base X, which we're going to talk about, because she's sitting there on going, ha ha ha, power. And this was not inside that. This is inside this. However, we're talking about, I'm here for the end result, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to plug headphones into one and headphones into the other, tell you what sounds best. Although I will say that this has quite a few more options going into it. Remote control being like the least of them all. Yeah, okay, good. How much? Well, that's $229, we know that. I'll link that. This is, go back to summarize, $485. Probably plus shipping, and if you want a better remote than this, that's $50 extra. So assume a little over $500 for this in-home headphone amp. So that's Jotunheim money. Not bad. Jotunheim comes with a DAC for $500, so Jotunheim's $40. What kind of power is it putting out? Lots. Fucking lots. You don't put it this big unless you're putting out lots. Do I remember them by heart? 9.9 watts, I believe, per channel. Because it's hard to tell on their site if it's per channel or just overall. But yeah, no. 9.9 milliwatt, 9,900 milliwatts at 25 ohm. Then 8,000 milliwatts, which is 8 watts at 40 ohm. Then 3.5 watts at 100. 1.2 watts at 300, which is a lot. And then 600 milliwatts, which is 0.6 of a watt at 600 ohm. So, power. Power there too. Keep in mind that's 50 watts channel at 8 ohm. So when you start adding up the ohms like that, you're getting down to like a reasonable amount at really high end. However, this is still a superior headphone amplifier just for the fact that it has a high-low gain. Because that, it's on high gain right now because it's just unleashed. And I really would not plug these Sennheisers or these 9500Ss into it because there'd be no way to control the volume enough to like, and it's dead. Everyone died. On Earth. Selection of headphones I've had out here for listening. I was comparing to the two and just enjoying it overall on its own. The Sony's, the big heavy duty, what are these? The Z1Rs. And I said, all right, well, if I'm going to bring out those, I may as well bring out my preferred closed, which are the Etherflow Cs. And then, just because they're here, and what the hell, the $4,000 LCD4s, which are borrowed, and I cannot wait to pay the shipping and insurance to get them back to their owner. Plug this back in. Power, again, center power, and then we've got just, oh, where the hell is it? There's in here, that's in, you go over here, that's in, and everything is symmetrical. I don't know why the volume control is in the middle, it's killing me. Actually, you know what's killing me more than the volume control not being in the middle? NFB-1A, the 1AMP, they can't fit it. So, it comes on every time at the lowest volume, which is 0. As you heard, that's a relay step ladder that controls the volume. So instead of it just being a pot, like that's just a pot, and that's just a pot, and those are just pots, and there's actually this, the Emotiva there is probably the closest example where it's all digital. This basically, you turn it to 1, and some circuitry down here goes, okay, that's how much he wants. You turn it to 2 and it disconnects that and it goes, okay, now this is what he wants. This 100 times. So there's no risk that the pot will get dirty, and there's no risk that the left and right won't be the same, because it's running through an entire ladder of things to make the volume happen. Higher end shit stuff will do this as well, and louder and funnier, because then it sounds like there's a goddamn skeleton covered in mail, in chainmail, doing a jig inside of it. This is actually more... I know what it sounds like. It sounds like Spin the Wheel from the show with Drew Carey, and it used to be Bob Barker, and The Price is Right. It sounds like the big wheel that goes... Ah, you lose the car. Now, it's probably the best headphone amp I've heard. Even if I think that's the best headphone amp I've heard, it's the best headphone amp I own for shit sure. It's my preferred one. I'm probably gonna sell the Arist because I have that. And when I do the LCD4 review, this will probably be gone, and I'll have no issue plugging it into that because that thing's amazing. However, this is a little bit more refined in the fact that it is just absurd. So it comes on. It has everything here is an indicator, and let's fix one little problem I have with it. Okay, now that fucking blue is red, thanks to 3M Automotive High Strength Lens Film Repair Film and a scissor. It's basically just a piece of plastic. Look, it's red plastic. Terminator Vision, Zeo's Terminator Vision, which now makes that insanely bright blue a dull purple, and I'm happy with that. And I took the adhesive off, so he gets to keep this. Congratulations, you get to not have a blinding. I'm gonna fix you too. I'll fix you too at some point. But so here we are. Can you see it? I'll explain the screen with it off. Fine. H stands for headphone. You switch the output. Now it's P for preamp. So that's what that indicates. L, can you guess what that is? Low or high. So high or low gain. That's it. Input, this first four. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on input 4. That's done. And then you go from 0 all the way up. And it's pretty accurate. Like, if you go real fast, it's like, what are you doing? But that'll go all the way up to 99. Ta-da! I'm gonna lower it with the volume control on the remote. You ready for this? Fuck! Yeah, you literally, it's one press per percentage of volume. Also, it has 6 digital buttons on top, which do nothing because there's no digital inputs, but all the analogs will change. You could just jump from one to the other, and you could change headphone to preamp, change the gain. It's just that volume control. I held it, I'm holding it down. And considering that I have to run headphones usually like between 30 and 60, that's useless. Even if you had to set up for speakers in the living room, you got like, big powered monitors, you got oh, the DAC I'm using, by the way, is again the JDS Labs LDAC. This can take obviously a balanced input, which my only balanced DAC is the Motiva down here, but that thing is dedicated currently to go to the Aris, which I said I might get rid of it. Once that's free, then I'll have XLRs, plug it, and blah, blah. Doesn't matter. We could judge the headphone amp without that. Can I put this back, please? Somebody please get this man a gun. Or a piece of red film. So now that I've fixed the issue with the audio god, which I can still read it. It's probably coming out blue on camera. Trust me, it's purple. Let's plug something in. How about you, babes? Again, we plug in, and you want to have volume down always for expensive things. This actually threw an error because I plugged it in too slow. And there's 3 pins here that are touching this, and if you plug it in, this is touching, and then this is, and then oh shit, things are grounding out, and it freaks out. So either go real fast or lower it. Whichever one makes you look cooler. That is the key. That's up, that's playing. I'm in low gain, so I'm up. If you hit 50 and it's not loud enough, lower it, switch the gain, try again. Gotta do the audiophile thing where you rub your beard. Stroke your beard. Yes. It's got a very fine bouquet of treble. Yeah, I don't doubt that this is the best headphone amp I've ever had in the apartment. At least one of them. I mean, we're looking at like the Quest Styles, and I think that those with the DAC in combo are end games, but the amount of work, I know the work that's in this to make it happen, so I want to unplug this now. I'm not worried about that breaking, by the way, because I know exactly what those are. Gotta get some nice... Boom. Should have left the adhesive on. I should have just said, fuck it. I can unplug that while it's playing. Oh my god, I'm a devil. And I will switch this. Let's see, what do we got here? This is the LCD4s. On high gain, roughly 50%, but it's a quiet song. Ooh. God damn it. First of all, LCD4s. Actually, this is a good chance to test. I believe it says don't plug into both at the same time. Even if it doesn't, you probably shouldn't. I don't... It's 6 so goddamn well. It's basically 2 hands. To unplug your headphones requires 2 hands. Down. Wow, what a weird song change. Oh, yeah. Need to get more soul coughing in your life. Shining like the Franklin mint. CD like the lampshade quarter. Rolling with the dopes, you know. Rolling with the wrong one on ya. Going down to Baltimore. Going in an off-white Honda. Miss the girl, miss the girl, miss the girl. I know I'm going from balanced to unbalanced, but I was doing balanced and unbalanced and unbalanced, and it's so close that I'm fine with that. I don't need this in my life. I would buy the basic rule of thumb with Zeos and Z reviews is if I find something that truly, honestly, fucking destroys my perceptions of reality, I have to own it. It has to be here, obviously, for you. For you, I'll say it's for you, but it's for me. But it's for you guys, so I can reference it. And as long as I'm not fully concerned about the balanced output of this, because I'm a little bit of a balance fag, balancing, but it's got that. That's Class A, and this is Class A, obviously. Everything's goddamn 15 watts per channel, 4 channels in the combined. This is very good. I did the NFB-11, and this is a better amp than what's in the NFB-11. That's a DAC and amp, and this is much bigger, and it's more money. So it's yes. What kills it is the remote control not working. So, I mean, I would say if you want to get an overall, you'd have this, you'd plug it into powered monitors, you'd plug it into an amplifier, or like a raw amp, and you do speakers, but then you're still feeding it a DAC. I could feed it from a goddamn iPod from 2003, and it's going to sound like ass. It's going to be good, well amplified ass. So you still need a good solid DAC. I love that LDAC. I love that DAC. That DAC's aight. That's very good, but you know, I'd love to plug. So you're getting part of the story here. You still need good headphones to take advantage of what's happening in here and the total harmonic distortion and all the power. You need hard drive, very good headphones. I mean, if you have like ships, let's plug the ships in because I'll plug the ships in because it's just gonna be hysterical. Then probably don't need this amp. But if you're moving on and up in the world of headphones, why the hell not? Oh, ships. Should I swap back to the LCD4s to see which ones are better? Oh, they're so close. Honestly, honest to God, they are sounding a little bit too close for comfort right now. It's got to be the recording quality of Soul Coughing. ACDC does not have good recording quality either. I love ACDC. Am I doing this on camera? Shit, I can't believe how good the 9500s are. All right, put you down. I need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. You. And that was how long it took to get that down from like 35. So these Sonys, low gain. Hard to drive does not necessarily mean better quality, just these Sonys have massive drivers, low gain. And even at 0, I could hear them playing. There's a little bit of leak at 0, so whatever, it doesn't disconnect at 0. There's still some trace that is connected, and then... Oh, another thing I should mention. If you do start flipping through the volume fast, since there are connections being unmade and remade and man-made, you'll get like a pop. It's not a smooth transition between the volume. You're basically supposed to find that volume and then leave it there. Because just touching it up and down is I mean, faster than I could show you on camera. But it is disconnecting and reconnecting the power and the signal path. So you're going to get a little bit of like sputtering. It's like, just set your volume and forget it. So I'm on low gain at 40, and these are just like, that's exactly the volume they should be at. One thing you can do with the remote is with these 6 non-used digital buttons, go get yourself a FLIRC. I'll link one in the description if you don't know what it is. I have it to review, but it got screwed up. And you plug it into your source, as long as your source is a computer, and then you could control, you could set this to be next track, last track, pause, up, down, enter. That would be what I would do. So you got a foobar going, go page, no, down, 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 enter. Next track, pause. So you can use unused buttons if you have a FLIRC. Let me just raise that volume. I mean, if you get close, if you're close to where you're happy with your headphones, then you could tweak it up and down 7 or 8 notches. Just 7 or 8 button presses. That's annoying. That's annoying. It's an annoying thing. It should just be a repeating like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then it'll be fine. Be fine. Be fine. You can't shut it off either. You gotta get them shut it off. So this is basically, you could use it as a it actually doesn't have a line output thing, but I guess you could just split your source at that point with some Ys. But yeah, I'm trying to think. The old school audiophiles that find this video and they're like, well, he didn't talk at all about... That's what you sound like, by the way. I didn't talk at all about the separation of the sounds. It sounds amazing, all right? This over an Arist, shit sure. This over the Emotiva, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. This over everything else, yeah, alright, fine. It's gigantic. You got to order it from China with that weird email thing where you email them and then send them money telling me what you want, and then it's sort of like it's weird. I'm glad I didn't have to go through the process. Let's just say that. And it's also huge and in the wrong orientation. You can't even put this under a monitor because you're gonna smash the ass of it. It's so deep. This is a 2-foot table, and if I put it near like where a wall would be, like that, without crushing the wires, you get like 5 inches minus. Oh, there you go. So there you get 2 inches left of a 2-foot table. There's a lot going on with this unit. And they could fix that if they just, you know, but these are people who don't think that you're a normal human being. You're obviously dedicating an entire monolith built of marble that you will place this on top of and then listen to music. God, these Sonys are good. I got it. All right. More reviews coming. Things are coming. Things are happening. I will include for Cyril. He'll keep these. I will link to this because I've actually, like, at some point that's gonna go on there. Maybe I'll open up the Emotiva, find out, because that turns amber, which means it isn't blue plastic. It means there's just a blue LED and an amber LED, and it's shooting into something. And I'll just take this and slide it on in there, and it'll just be dull purple. I was planning on I can cover that too. I'm gonna cover everything. This $8-9 fucking piece of plastic. All right. NFB-1AMP. Yes. It gets the thumbs up. It gets Zeus approval. I would love to be tinkering around inside of it and looking at all these wires. What are they doing? But take what you can in this world.